Hey everybody, welcome to my channel, Tarot from the Divine. I'm here with your angels, demons, and soul path contract. This will be episode 5. So today we're talking about Elamia and Samagina, or Samagina. And Elamia is a seraphim, and the seraphim, if you will recall, are the highest level of angels. They I'm getting to the page here. They are the highest rank of angels. The choir of seraphim are 6 winged beings that fly around the throne of God. Okay? And they have divine power. And those born under this angel are industrious and successful and like to travel. Elamia guards against mental troubles and helps to identify traitors. So, in option A, which is the Play Now, Pay Later program, you can be industrious and successful and travel and not suffer mental troubles and identify traitors and all of that because you're playing now. So you can use whatever means necessary to become successful and, be able to travel and all of that. But you just have to remember that there's a price at the end, like there always is. And if you're not doing things ethically, then there's going to be a higher price, okay? In the option B, with the pay-as-you-go program, then you are industrious and successful and all of that. And if you do it ethically and you treat everybody right and all of that, and you make honest and fair deals, then you will be rewarded as you go. And then you just have to, it's up to you to maintain that reward and, utilize it for the next reward and the next reward and the next reward. Which, that's the optional, that's the optimal pay as you go, to be successful and industrious and being able to travel and all of that. And being able to live your life and enjoy your life because you don't have this stuff nagging at you about how you made a bad deal and screwed somebody out of money or screwed them out of something that they owned, and now you're taking it and enjoying it. And when that happens, sometimes you get karma. Like, for instance, let's say you wanted a boat, and so you found a boat that you wanted, but you figured out a way to cheat this person out of their boat. Maybe you work in a bank or something and you figured out a way to, and they had a loan and you figured out a way to repo their boat, and then you bought the boat at a discount, and so you're off enjoying the boat and they're out, and it's because you screwed them over. So then you're out on the water and your boat dies. The motor just goes kaput. And there you are, sitting out in the middle of the water. You got to call for assistance. That's the kind of karma that you could get. Just things don't work if you take it from somebody unethically. Now, if they honestly had the loan and they honestly couldn't pay it and it got repoed and you bought it, then that's not an issue. When it becomes an issue is when you set your sights on it and you work ways around to make it happen in your favor. Okay, that's the difference. And then in the option C, you're not going to get the boat anyway. And if you do, then it's going to be cursed and hexed and not work, and they're going to figure out a way to break it down and all of that. So don't worry about getting the boat. But then we'll look at Samagina and divine power with Elamia. Can give divine power. So you could let that go to your head just a little bit if this is your angel and you're working with this angel and they give you divine power and then you use it in the wrong way. That's another thing I need to tell you, is the gifts that these angels lend you or give you, or that they utilize for you. And then if you go around and do it in the wrong way, then not only will they remove the gift, not only will they not work with you, they will give you karma for using the gift in the wrong way. You used it to cheat somebody. Well, that's not what it's meant for. So they'll like make whatever you cheated them out of, make that disappear plus some. And that's called karma. And so you want to avoid that. Okay? And that's just how the universe works. That doesn't matter if you believe in the Bible or the Quran or the what's the Jewish, anyway, it doesn't matter. That's just how the universe works. If you work for the good of humanity, if you work for the good of your fellow human, then you will be rewarded. The universe will reward you. That's just how it works. But if you go around being mean and taking stuff and stealing and cheating and lying, then you may not get caught, especially if you're on one of these life plans. Okay? You won't get caught for a long time. But then when it catches up with you, it's going to be all at once. It's like, it's been building and building and building, and finally there's going to be some sort of a straw that breaks the camel's back, and then it's just all going to come flooding in on you, and then you'll never be able to swim your way out of it because it's multiplied. It's like it's gained interest. Same thing with the karma that you put in the bank when you're on option C, the pay now and play later. The karma that you bank, that gains interest as well. For having to do without for so long, then your reward is greater. Okay? Now, Samagina is about delay. And the fourth spirit is a great Marquis, and the Marquis, let me get that. The Marquis rebelled against God and joined the forces of evil because of their greed. So they're greedy little suckers. And Samagina is a greedy little guy. And he's about delay, so he wants to delay you so that he can sneak in and get what he wants, He's a great Marquis who appears in the form of a little horse or an ass. Well, that's appropriate. He changes himself at the request of the master into a human shape and speaks with a hoarse voice, H-O-A-R-S-E, not a horse voice. He speaks with a hoarse, a raspy voice. Samagina teaches all liberal sciences and gives an account of dead souls who died in sin, drowned in the sea, and who dwell in purgatory. He rules over 30 legions of infernal spirits. So, he can tell you all of this, but he's about delay, so he's He'll get around to it in his own good time, and he'll bring that to you, and he'll try to delay everything for you. And those that work against you may call upon him for delay. So if you are experiencing delay, you need to ask your spirit team, whoever they are. You need to be contacting your spirit team and saying, "Hey, why am I being so delayed? Can you help me out?" Because they can't step in unless you ask them. Because of free will. Maybe you don't want to be helped. Maybe you want to see if you can do it on your own. So, in Samagina, and their opportunities, they present opportunities. Some people say challenges, but this is opportunities. The opportunity of delay is you can use that opportunity of delay to improve whatever it is that you're working on. And you can say, well, maybe it's just not time. It's just not time. And you just keep improving, and he keeps delaying. But there comes a point when he's going to stop the delay right when you get to the best point of whatever it is you're working on. Watch for that delay to stop, and watch for someone to try and step in and take whatever it is that you've been working on, try to take it from you. Because that's how they work. So, anyway, that's, the option A, B, and C. I don't really need to explain them all every single day. The option A is play now, pay later. So, you're going to do it with your morals or with your ethics or without them. That's up to you, free will. Option B is pay as you go. And option C is pay now and play later, where everybody dumps everything on you, blames you for everything, and you don't get rewarded for anything, or very, very little. And everybody steals from you and takes from you and thinks it's funny and can hide from you. But once it's found out, once it's discovered, then that's where you get to play and they have to pay. All right? And then the life, you get the choice before you come to live a life on this earth. You get the choice of picking a life plan. And if you are experiencing problems in your dreams, people coming and bothering you in your dreams, trying to fight you or be aggressive toward you, or trying to curse you, or trying to feed you or make you drink or anything like that, please contact me, because please don't eat or drink anything in your dreams, because that could be them trying to curse you, trying to gain control over your spiritual energy. I know it sounds weird, but it's true. I have it happen to me all the time. So just, please contact me and I can help you with this. I give free consultations. My actual assistance is donation based. I don't have a set fee. If you can't afford to pay, you can't afford to pay, but you need the help. You need the help. So I can help you. So don't let that stop you. But contact me at my email that's in the bio. And hey, I hope to hear from you soon, or I hope not to hear from you soon. That means you're not having trouble. So anyway, that's your lesson for today. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. And hey, until next time, have a great day.